parents, let's talk today about how you can help your child explore different kinds of paper. You probably have some kind of either parchment paper, wax paper, printing paper, you may have some construction paper, or you may have tissue paper from packages, and you might have watercolor paper. All of these different kinds of paper have different textures to them. They sound different, they feel different, they look different, and they work differently together when you try to manipulate them. So let's start by picking a kind of paper as simple as printing paper from your printer and folding it and seeing which direction your child folds their paper in. Do they fold it back and forth? Are they able to flip it over and fold it like a fan? Or do they just simply want to fold and fold and fold and fold? No matter how they do it, it's correct because it's their inquiry. It's their time to explore the paper any way that they'd like to. Then you can take a different kind of paper and ask your child to explore that by folding it as well. Perhaps they'll fold it one time, and then they'll fold it again, and then maybe even again. Who knows? Then ask them to unfold it and see what they notice. What do they think their piece of paper could become? Change the direction of the paper. This way, this way, this way, up and down, looking at it differently, trying to explore different ways that they think their paper could be used. Well, look, I think this looks like a little duck. It's floating on the water. Do, 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 do. Or it could be a truck. Who knows what it could become to a child's imagination? And that's the fun part of this activity. Once they've explored that and they've taken the time to notice the different shapes and the different ways that their paper could be used just by folding it and changing it, they may want to figure out a way that they can cinch their paper. So once they have folded their paper, maybe you want to even help them learn how to fold back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and make a little butterfly by taking a pipe cleaner and cinching it around some paper. I wonder what would happen if we added another kind of paper to this. Let's see, what kind of paper could we add to this? How about some tissue paper? That would add some color to the butterfly. So take a piece of tissue paper. I'm going to poke the paper through the pipe cleaner. Oh, I wonder if I can cinch it in the middle too. Oh, I can twist it. Wow, look at that. I've added another butterfly. Maybe I've added spots to my butterfly. That's pretty cool. Just invite your child to explore and imagine with them. Take the time to notice what they notice and enjoy this together. Besides folding paper, you can explore the different sounds that paper makes when you crumple it up and crinkle it. You can explore the different sounds that it makes if you tear it, because tearing different kinds of paper creates different kinds of sounds. And different kinds of paper create different kinds of sounds too. Wax paper sounds very different from printing paper, which sounds very different from tissue paper. What do they sound like? What do they feel like? What do they look like? Can I see through these papers? How much can I see through these papers? Some of them not very much. With all of the scraps and parts and pieces, you can create malleable art. See what would happen if you invited another material to come into play with the paper, like rocks or acorns or even some fun nuts. If if you have pieces of wood. Lots of different materials, bottle caps, or pipe cleaners, or twist ties, maybe hair bows. Who knows? Use your imagination, find things around the house, and create malleable art. If your child starts to notice shapes from the torn or folded pieces of paper that are placed on the table or floor around them, try to manipulate the pieces to see if you can create letters with them, and see if they start noticing letters of the alphabet from these torn pieces of paper. Perhaps they'll want to add other kinds of material to their creations as well, like paper towel holders or tubes from wrapping paper, or maybe even some pots or some containers. They can fill the containers, they can take them out, they can put them on it, they could wrap the container in paper. Let their imagination do the work, because that's what this really is. This is their time to work. It's to think, explore, and solve problems. And remember, once you plant the seed of intrigue, you never know where your child's imagination will take it. So just have fun with it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you again next time. And remember, you've got this. You're doing great.